Hello, and welcome to another episode of Bare Bones Wargaming, a show with no bells, no whistles, no frills, just a man, a camera, and his game. Now, today, I'm going to continue my playthrough of the Fires of Midway, but a couple of things, good news and bad news. First, the bad news. The bad news is my last two turns, well, the video camera I was using seems to have conked out on me. Nothing happened. I couldn't get them transferred over, which is a bummer because there was a lot of action the last two videos. The other thing is I'm having to switch over to my phone here, so we'll see if that's any better or worse. The biggest problem I'm having is where my table is located is kind of shadows overhead. So that's the bad news. Here's the good news. The good news is since the last time I saw you, a couple of things have happened. First of all, the Lexington weathered the attacks that were on her, and the Wasp got a chance to launch attacks, and when they launched attacks, the Wasp went wild. As you can see here, this Wikaku is burning like an old person's birthday cake, and the Hiryu, which was hit by the Lexington, is also aflame as well. So the Japanese got to launch a lot of their aircraft first, but they've taken a beating since then. And now we're down to the last carrier that needs to be activated, and that is the Yorktown here. And you can see on the table I have decided to go all out with the Yorktown strike, putting in 4 squadrons of Dauntlesses, and coming over here to the situation board, I'm going to launch them from the Yorktown's location, which is here, and go after the 2 big fleet carriers. I did think about trying to go over here and attack the 2 lighter carriers, the Junyo and the Zuyohu, but ultimately, I decided it was better to see if I could completely cripple the Hiryu and the Zuikaku here as we get ready at the end of this turn to do the damage result. So, let's go ahead and get rolling here. And again, there's my nice big green die that I used to mark, just as a mental reminder where I left off last time. So let's go ahead and remove that. And I'll set that off to the side. And let's prepare for these planes that have already crossed the sea. They have passed their distance test, so now it's time to do battle. Now there is one weakened enemy 0 that's in the area here. So let's go ahead and let's switch it up and put them over here lined up with one of the big Dauntlesses, because that just makes the most sense. Now, I don't have any combat cards left for air-to-air combat, so I'm kind of in big trouble with that. Now, the Japanese player, let's see if he's going to end up with anything here. He does indeed draw a card, so let's find out what that card is. Ooh, it's a nasty card, even with a fatigue 0. As you can see there, that's bad news for the Americans. There is 3 extra dice added to the dice test. Ouch. So the Japanese player gets a total of 5 dice for their test. So let's see how that turns out here. Just trying a little different stuff here since I'm kind of using something much more maneuverable. And as you can see here, their best one is 2 5s. So if this Dauntless wants to get through, it's got to come up with at least 1 6 in this aerial combat. So I get 2 dice for the Dauntless. Hey, what do you know? I got a 6. I got past him. I have no idea how on earth that was managed. But the 0, since it is a turkey shoot, it could try again going after the same group. Because remember, when there's no fighter planes to deal with, then you basically end up with the ability to attack either the same group twice or 2 different groups. So they're going to go ahead and try to go after the same group twice. So let's see how they make out here, if they're going to use another card. And they do. So the Japanese next card, ooh, it's got some increase in bullet icons too. So now they've got 3 dice to work with. So we'll go ahead and we'll get that done. And let's see what we get here with the 3 dice. So the 3 dice, ooh, this time their best one is a 6. So the only way the Dauntless can get through unscathed is to roll 2 6s, because then the 2 6s would trump the 1 6. Oh, the Americans did get 1-6, but they didn't get that second one. Okay. So now the bullet icons, you can see there's 3 of them there. So this could get dicey. Let's see. Ooh, well, the best Japanese roll was a 5. So that does reduce this Dauntless down to a fatigued one, smoking there. But it's still going to get 3. So this Japanese plane will go back to its cap slot here on the Hiryu. Of course, they can't get down, so that's part of the reason why they're still up in the air and in battle. All right, now I can do my attack run here. Trying to decide. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my best Dauntless and my strongest of the weaker Dauntlesses after the Hiryu, and then for the Zuikaku, I'll go ahead and use these 2 guys here. So, again, I'm really low on cards. I've only got 1 card left in my hand. Now, the question is where to use it. I may end up using it for the damaged one. So, let's start here with the Hiryu. So, first, let's see if the Japanese will get a card. They do. And their card, whoa, they got 3 extra dice for the dice test. So that will give them a total of 5 dice to work with. Yikes. All right, boys and girls, here we go. They rolled a 6, a single 6. Now, again, ties favor the bombers against the carriers, but I only got 2 dice. One of them has to be a 6, otherwise they're going to get some shots off here. Now, granted, not too many because the Japanese carrier only has the 1 bullet symbol, but still, it takes 1 to win, as my old man always likes to say. Ho! But the U.S. rolled a 6, so the U.S. has gotten through. Ooh, all right. So, let's see here now. And again, from previous videos, just to mention, I only use 1 of these cards. In the real game, or 2-player game, I should say, you use 2. But I only use 1. I just think it makes it more interesting, unpredictable. That's just my personal opinion. Again, your mileage may vary. Now, I have a Dauntless. I get 6 dice, but only a 5 or 6 will suffice. So 2, 4, 6. Let me roll my 6 dice and let's see what we get. Oh, look at this. What a bummer. I only got 1 5. Oh, and it's not enough for a critical hit, which is what I was really going for. I'm trying to get these bulkheads up to the 3 slot on both carriers here. You can see the Hiryu has it on the 2nd slot because that would be very helpful. Well, this did turn this fire into an inferno, so I mean, I guess there's that. But still, bummer, man. Not to sound like the dude, but that is a bummer, man. All right, so here we go again. 2nd wave. Next Dauntless. Coming in. Japan is indeed going to use another card. And this time, again, they get 4 dice to shoot here. Whoops. If I can hold on to them, that is. Woo! This is going to be difficult here. Look at that. They got 2 6s. Yeah, I see that shadow. I'm going to have to come up with a plan with that. If I keep using my phone here, and I'm just using my phone because, number one, like I said at the start of this, my other camera's just down, and I'd like to get these finished. I don't like to leave too much time in between. I'll have to come up with a plan for my next set of videos, obviously. So, oof. So now the Japanese will get to shoot. They get 2 bullet icons. Oh, no, they got a 6. Ah, curses. So, I lost another plane. It goes over here to the watery grave. Okay. All right. Last but not least over here, I got these 2 other planes going after the Zuikaku. So, here goes this Dauntless. And again, we'll see if the Japanese are going to use a card or not. More likely they are, because again, my solo method, it's only a 1. Or they don't actually get to use 1. To 2. So they will use a card. This time they get another die, so they'll get 3 dice for the Zuikaku. 1 6 is their best roll. Okay, so the U.S. has 2 dice. I need at least a 6 to tie it. I did not get a 6. Sugar. Uh-oh. Looks like my luck is going south. The only good news is there's only 1 bullet icon. And it was a 2. Ooh, that's good. Because, of course, with the 2, it hits the shield. And by hitting the shield, it did no damage whatsoever. So, let me get my attack card out here. What are we going to get this time? Let's see. Ooh, 4, 5, or 6. Awesome. Here we go. I get 4 dice. And I need a 4, 5, or a 6. Preferably a 6, because that's another critical hit. Yes! I got a 5 and a 6. So, move the bulkhead up 1. And that gives me another Inferno and another fire. So again, this Rikaku is burning brightly. Whew! That is some serious damage on that ship. Now I've got my other damaged Dauntless group. And I'm going to play my last card. Combat card, I should say. For these guys, that one there you can see I'm going to get a couple extra dice. And I'll get 1 extra bomb icon if I manage to get through. Now the Japanese, again, more than likely playing a card, but let's see. Yep, they got a card. What's their card? Their card gives them 2 extra dice. Okay, so they get 4 dice again for the dice test. They've been doing pretty well on the number of dice. This time their best number is a 5. Alright, I get 3 dice, and I got to come up with at least 1 5. And I came up with a 6 for the Americans. So we are through. Okay, here we go. Target card. Again, a 4, 5, or a 6. So I'm dropping 5 bombs here. Looking for a 4, 5, or a 6. Oh, well, you know what? I got another hit, although it doesn't really help, and I got another fire result. So this fire goes up to Inferno, and I got another critical hit, which is another Inferno marker. Wow, I don't know if I've ever played this game, and this is my 29th play of this game. I don't know if I've ever seen a situation like this before, where the enemy is just lit up like a Roman candle. That's crazy. Whew. Would have been nice if I could have hit the Hiryu again too, but especially the bulkhead part, because now the bulkhead part, I still might be able to cripple the carrier, but I think it's probably going to be able to hang around. Okay, so now we'll fly my Dauntlesses home here. And again, ones that are fully fueled, they're cool. They make it home. No die roll needed. However, the damaged one needs one, but it's only 2 spaces away. Oh, bummer. I rolled a 2. Well, that's that. Okay, so they go over here to the watery grave pile. All right, and that is the final activation of the turn, which now leads us to the end of things here, which will be the end phase. Well, I should say the Admiral phase actually comes first here. Now the Admiral phase, we'll do that, and then I'll end this video, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do the whole carrier carnage bit here a little bit later. So amazing though this turn, if you look, the U.S. not a single carrier with a single hit. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. The Japanese, of course, the 2 CVLs are fine, but whoo, man, 2, 4, 6, 7 Inferno counters on the Zuikaku and 3 on the Hiryu. So that was ugly. UGLY. Ain't got no alibi. Alrighty. So with Admiral actions, you can either do a reload, which is discard cards and draw new ones. You can recover, or you can restore. You can do 3 points spent on damage control. And it can be spent on one carrier or split in between. So for me, I don't really have anything that I really need to do here, because I can't reload. I have no cards left. Recover, I can do any of my fuel or smoking cap can be turned to my air wing. And then I don't have to worry about trying to land them later on, or worry about a emergency landing. So I guess as the Americans, as the player, I will go ahead and I will do that. So let me get my cap down. So down they come. Now, as the Japanese player, let's see. Well, the one cap that's up in the air, I can't land them. I could do an emergency landing. But, But that falls under rescued cap, I think. Otherwise, there's no way to get it down on the deck. So, I guess what we'll do is we'll use the 3 repair points. Now, the 3 repair points will allow me to flip this Inferno marker down 1. Well, I might as well focus on just trying to save the Hiryu and forget about this Wikaku, because this Wikaku is just a bulk. Yeah, it's a hulking, burning mess. So, now we will be ready for the end phase here, which will be coming on the very last video to finish off this turn to show you how the game is played. And we'll deal with carrier carnage and all the explosion tests and all that kind of thing at that time. So the U.S. Navy, this has been one of the more lopsided engagements I've had, has handled things very beautifully here. So we'll see here how all the critical explosions and things go out, what will be the fate of those Wikaku and the Hiryu as we check the damage here next video. So this has been Tim Korchnoi for Bare Bones Wargaming, saying we'll see you next with the final extension of the turn. And do give your feedback on what you think of using this kind of video. I know there's a shadow from the phone. It's just kind of the nature of the beast where my man cave is and my game table is. But, you know, do chime in the comments about this. Again, I think I'm just going to have to get another camera because the other one's just broke. There's no other way to put it. All right. Talk to you then. Thanks for watching.